Hello friends, welcome to the lecture series on plant physiology. In this video, we will learn about types of seed dormancy. In previous video, we already discussed about the concept of seed dormancy and also importance of seed dormancy. So let us start with today's video, types of seed dormancy. As we already discussed, seed dormancy, it can be defined as the tendency of seed which prevents its germination even under favorable conditions. So even we provide all favorable conditions, seeds fails to germinate, and this ability or this particular tendency of seed, it is known as seed dormancy. Or in other words, we can define seed dormancy as it is the condition of a seed when it fails to germinate in spite of the availability of internal and external favorable conditions. So all conditions, though internal as well as external conditions are favorable for germination, then also seeds fail to germinate. Why? Because due to the mechanism of seed dormancy. Now we will proceed to types of seed dormancy. There are main two types of seed dormancy. If we see, first is exogenous dormancy and second is endogenous dormancy. Exo, we can say exo means external, endo means internal. So broadly, seed dormancy, it get categorized into two different types: exogenous dormancy and endogenous dormancy. So let us see one by one. Exogenous dormancy, or it is also known as ectogenous dormancy. This is the dormancy which is imposed by the external factors outside the embryo, and it is known as exogenous dormancy. Exo means external. So the dormancy which is due to the external factor which are outside the embryo, and such dormancy, it is known as exogenous dormancy. The tissues enclosing the embryo, they affect germination by inhibiting water uptake and also provides mechanical resistance to avoid the embryo expansion and radical emergence. So there are some tissue which are present outside the embryo. They may be tissue of seed coat, and these tissue, they will avoid the or they will inhibit water uptake and they will provide mechanical resistance, and due to that the expansion of embryo and radical emergence, it will be avoided. So this type of dormancy, it is known as exogenous or ectogenous dormancy. It also modifies gaseous exchange. So due to that hard seed coat or such type of tissues which are present outside the embryo, they will modify gaseous exchange or they will inhibit gaseous exchange, and due to that limit oxygen supply to embryo, and when limited oxygen supply or no oxygen supply is provided to embryo, it will fails to germinate. So this is a type of exogenous or ectogenous dormancy. Exogenous dormancy again subdivided into three different types. Exo means outside the embryo. It is again subdivided into three different categories: physical dormancy, mechanical dormancy, and chemical dormancy. So all these are the types of exogenous or ectogenous dormancy. So let us see one by one. First of all, we will discuss about physical dormancy. It is indicated by the word or symbol small py. Physical dormancy means small py, or it is also known as seed coat dormancy. This is dormancy due to seed coat. The main cause of the dormancy is hard, fibrous, mucilaginous seed coat, which is responsible to make seed coat impermeable for water and gas and inhibit seed germination. So this particular dormancy, it is due to seed coat. Some plants or some seeds, they contains very hard seed coat, and this seed coat, it is responsible to make impermeable for water and gases, and as there will be no entry of water and gases takes place due to hard seed coat, there will be no germination. So this particular dormancy, it is known as physical seed dormancy or PY. Also it is known as seed coat dormancy. Seeds of the different types of drupe fruits including olive, peach, plum, apricot and cherry, they will show this type of dormancy. A water impermeable layer of palisade cells in the seed or fruit coat is also the reason of physical dormancy. So sometimes seed coat of such plant, they contains a water impermeable layer of palisade cells, and due to which the entry of water and gases it is inhibited. Physical dormancy can naturally be broken by some factors including high temperature, fluctuating temperatures, fire, drying, freezing and passage through digestive tract of animals. So such type of seed coat dormancy, it can be break down by such type of different factors. It can also have achieved by mechanical and chemical scarification. So sometimes artificially mechanical and chemical scarifications also practiced to break such type of dormancy. So this particular dormancy, it is known as physical dormancy. Now second type of dormancy, it is known as, or it is the second exogenous dormancy, mechanical dormancy. So this type of dormancy is also due to very hard seed coat which will not allow the entry of water and air inside the seed, and seed will not germinate until its seed coat is softened by storage and microbial activities. So this is known as mechanical dormancy. It is again associated with the seed coat, because when such type of hard seed coat is present, the entry of water and air inside the seed or up to embryo, it is inhibited and such seeds will fail to germinate, and such seed only can germinate when their seed coat get softened by storage and microbial activity. The seeds of walnut and olives are having very hard seed coat, and the dormancy in those is due to mechanical resistance of seed coat, cells and stones of different fruits. So this particular dormancy, it is known as mechanical dormancy. Now last type of exogenous dormancy, it is nothing but the chemical dormancy. So sometimes seeds may contain various chemicals like phenols, coumarins, abscisic acid, etc. These chemical compounds, they inhibit seed germination and keep seed in dormant condition. So the seeds like citrus, cucurbits, grapes and tomatoes will not germinate in spite they are ever embedded into the juice due to their chemicals. So such type of seeds, if you see citrus, cucurbits, grapes, tomatoes, all these are the juicy fruits and the seeds are ever embedded into the juice, or we may call in water, but due to presence of such type of compounds into that juice, these seeds will fail to germinate in that fruit. They will germinate only after coming out from the seeds. So this type of dormancy, it is known as chemical dormancy. So you might have understand the exogenous dormancy and its three types: physical dormancy, mechanical dormancy and chemical dormancy. Now we will proceed to the second type of dormancy. It is known as endogenous seed dormancy. So now we are going to learn about internal dormancy. So this type of dormancy, it is imposed by rudimentary or underdeveloped embryo at the time of ripening or maturity, and this dormancy, it is of different types. Exogenous dormancy was the dormancy which was due to the outer tissues of the embryo, and endogenous seed dormancy, it is due to embryo itself or different types of activities of embryo itself. So endogenous seed dormancy, It is again subdivided into different types. First is physiological dormancy, second is morphological dormancy, third is morphophysiological dormancy, fourth combinational dormancy, and fifth is secondary dormancy. So endogenous seed dormancy, it has again of different 5 types. One by one we will discuss. First of all, we will see physiological dormancy. It is denoted by PD. So it is a type of primary dormancy which can be seen in seeds of gymnosperms and major angiosperm. So it is most common type of dormancy and observed in some seeds like Arabidopsis, Helianthus, Lycopersicon, Nicotiana, Avena, and in cereals. So physiological dormancy, it get again further categorized into 3 different types. So this physiological dormancy, it is a primary dormancy and it is again subdivided into different types. Physiological dormancy, it is a type of endogenous seed dormancy and it again get categorized into 3 different types: deep dormancy, intermediate dormancy, and non-deep dormancy. Now see, as a deep word indicates here, deep dormancy is a deep physiological dormancy. Seeds are said to have deep physiological dormancy if the embryo excised from such seeds either don't grow or will produce abnormal seedlings. So deep dormancy, it is deeply percolated into the embryo, and if such type of dormancy is present in any seeds, such embryos, when you excise from such seeds, they either don't grow or if grow, they will produce abnormal seedlings. Gibberellic acid treatment does not break their dormancy. So seeds with deep dormancy, they shows different conditions. First condition is that if the embryo excised from such seeds either don't grow or will produce abnormal seedlings. Secondly, gibberellic acid treatment does not break their dormancy. Sometimes to break the dormancy of seeds, gibberellic acid treatment is given to the seeds, but in such type of deep dormancy, gibberellic acid also fails to break the dormancy. Third condition in the deep dormancy is that to induce germination, seeds need cold stratification of 2 to 3 months. Example of such dormancy, it is Acer platanoids. So if you want to break the dormancy of such seeds, you need to store seeds at cold stratification, or we have to give them a treatment of cold stratification, and it is up to 2 to 3 months. And such seeds are Acer platanoids. Example of such seed, it is Acer platanoids. So this is known as deep dormancy. Now intermediate dormancy means this dormancy, it is again dormancy of the embryo, but it can be breakdown. So seeds with this type of dormancy, first they will produce normal seedlings when embryos are excised from such seeds. Means when we will take out the embryos of such seeds, these seeds will produce normal plants or normal seedlings. Second, gibberellic acid treatment promotes germination in most but not all species. So here in deep dormancy, we have seen that though we have given gibberellic acid treatment, the seeds were not able to grow or germinate, but here gibberellic acid treatment, it will promote germination in some species, not in all species. Third is seeds require 2 to 3 months of cold stratification. Example, Acer pseudoplatanus. So here the genus will be same, Acer platanoids, and here Acer pseudoplatanus. So here also seeds need the stratification, cold stratification of 2 to 3 months for their germination. Third type of dormancy, physiological dormancy, non-deep dormancy. So seeds with non-deep dormancy, first they will produce normal seedlings when embryos are excised from the seeds. Second is gibberellic acid treatment can break this dormancy, and third is depending upon the species, dormancy can also be broken by scarification and dry storage. So all these are the three different types of physiological dormancies. It is one of physiological dormancy. It is one of the type of endogenous dormancy. So remember it. Now we will proceed to second type of endogenous dormancy, morphological dormancy. This type of dormancy, it can be seen in some seeds with underdeveloped but differentiated embryo. So morphological dormancy, it is associated with the morphology of embryo, and this is due to underdeveloped or non-developed embryos but differentiated embryos. These embryos are not physiologically dormant but simply need time to grow and germinate. So these embryos, we have to give time for their growth, or we have to wait for their growth or for their development, and then they will germinate. For example, Apium gravulans, this plant, it shows morphological dormancy. Then third type of endogenous dormancy, it is morphophysiological dormancy. So it is combination of both, that is morphological and physiological. Seeds with underdeveloped embryo and also physiological components of dormancy within the embryo are said to have a morphophysiological dormancy. So for the dormancy of such type of dormancy, both characters, that is morphological and physiological components, are associated or they are responsible. So these seeds require a dormancy breaking treatment. For example, defined combination of warm and or cold stratification or GA treatment, that is gibberellic acid treatment. So such type of dormancy can be break down by the treatment of defined combination of warm and cold stratification, or sometimes by giving gibberellic acid treatment. This type of dormancy, it can be seen in the plant Fraxinus excelsior. So this belongs to family Oleaceae. Now fourth type of endogenous dormancy, it is combinational dormancy, means it is PY plus PD. So this type of dormancy is present in water impermeable seeds combined with physiological embryo dormancy. This dormancy, it is due to combination of ecto and endo dormancy. Ecto means outer and means external and internal, hence known as combinational dormancy. So this is physiological dormancy and this is physical dormancy. Both they are involved here. Example, Rus genus of Anacardiaceae. Embryos of freshly harvested mature PY plus PD dormant seeds of winter annuals, for example Geranium species, have some conditional dormancy. So this PD is released during after ripening storage, even if the seed coat remains water impermeable. So this particular dormancy, it is known as combinational dormancy. So this is the combination of both physiological dormancy and physical dormancy. Both factors come or they are responsible for the dormancy, and it can be seen in the plants like Geranium species. Now secondary dormancy, this is last type of endogenous dormancy. This type of dormancy, it is due to unfavorable conditions for germination in imbibed seeds which have absorbed water and ready to germinate, but it stops avoid to germinate if there is very high or low temperature outside. So water stress, prolonged darkness, etc. So this type of secondary dormancy, it is the secondary dormancy. Why? Because some seeds after getting imbibed or when they get or they absorb water, and now they are ready to germinate, but they will stop or avoid the germination. Why? Because due to outer external environmental conditions, for example very high temperature or very low temperature. If seed sense such type of very high and low temperature outside, then sometimes water stress and prolonged darkness, they will not get germinate even after absorbing water or absorbing different types of gases. So this type of dormancy, it is known as secondary dormancy. I hope you understand the concept or different types of dormancy. If you like video, please like, comment, share, and if you new on the channel, you can subscribe channel for more botanical videos. Thanks for your attention.